Hit record. We're good to go with your CarMax. Is it CarMax or CarMax?
That was Blistex.
Blistex.
Oh. Yeah, blue can.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a difference. I thought all the stuff that came in those cans was CarMax.
It has like a soothing.
Am I saying it wrong? I feel like
CarMax.
There's a thing called CarMax, but for cars.
So you talking?
So am I saying it
you
wrong?
talking about CarMax, like where you purchase vehicles from?
Yeah. So is it CarMax or CarMax?
CarMax.
CarMax. That's the place where you purchase cars, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
then
then
CarMex, CarMex, is the lip balm.
You sure it's spelled MEX?
Pretty sure. Yep, I got some right over there.
It does say MEX?
Mm-hmm.
Cap, I'm gonna look it up.
Right, I'll let you look it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I see it right here. Okay. All right, anyways. Sorry to get sidetracked. What up? Welcome back to another week and another episode of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half, Rick. What's going on, y'all?
All right, so today we're going to talk about, we kind of left off last week. We were on the lottery. We were talking about the lottery, and then we kind of got sidetracked. I actually don't know if we recorded that part. I think we might have been off camera when we were talking about like there's trillionaires and stuff like that. I think we were off camera.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Well, anyways, it got us doing some digging and looking to see if there's any trillionaires, and there's a whole other thing. But so there was a recorded I guess he's a recorded trillionaire. I don't know if he's really a recorded trillionaire because, well, we'll just get into the story. Russell King.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let me see if I can get his little short bio. So backstory on Russell King. He's he's an entrepreneur of sorts. Let's just say that. And he essentially is a fraudster. That's the word.
Yeah, fraudster. In today's terms, scammer.
There we go. Let's keep it updated. Scammer. A guy that essentially he turned people's money into fortunes for himself, and then also he basically tricked a whole, what was it, a bank or a Federal Reserve or something.
Yeah, he tricked the federal bank, and then tricked them out they bag.
Yeah, telling them that he was taking care of the finances or whatever, or he was a part of the royal family in some way. Oh, he was
the Bahrainian.
The Bahrainian. He was managing billions of dollars for the Bahrainian royal family.
Yep.
And it says he got the bank to turn over. It was the First London. Let me see. He then approached British investment bank First London PLC by falsely claiming he was managing billions of dollars for the Bahrainian royal family. He got the bank to turn over 49% of its shares to him the following year. First London went into administration with debts of 8.7 million pounds. What is 8.7 million pounds to dollars?
I don't know. Check that out, because what was funny was his start was
almost $10.8 million.
All right, look up a billion. I mean, not a billion, but £1 million.
£1 million?
Yeah.
Roughly 1.2, 1.23.
1.2. So he had a what was his first scam or fraud?
The first one was he got, it was something like he had a business, like he had like some type of financial, so it was a Belgravia Financial Services.
No. Before that, though, like when he first went to jail, I remember it was for doing insurance fraud. So he had Aston Martin Zagato. Some rare Aston Martin car that was worth $1 million pounds, right? So $1.2 million US dollars. And And the stupidest thing, like the most juvenile, non-thought through plan, he took that car, hid it in his homie's garage,
Yeah.
and then reported it stolen, tried to file an insurance claim on that.
Dog,
Sure enough.
that feels like such a old, like, I don't know, that feels like a street crime. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he was just doing it with a more
Definitely.
valuable car.
Yeah, he wanted that 1.2 or 1 million pounds. So
Yeah.
yeah, he tried to do that, but he got caught. What went to jail for
Mhm.
a couple. I think it was maybe 7. I can't remember for sure. Maybe that was the later sentence. But yeah, yeah. So starting off with petty stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then I guess that gave him enough time to sit down and think about how can I really, how can I really start this scam.
Yeah. Cause that was okay. Yeah. Cause then that led to the next thing that I was saying that I missed that. I forgot about that part where he had like a financial group where his business partner died or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
he ended up taking the money and leaving or something.
Yep. Yep.
And so, but essentially what happened was, so when he got this bank, so he was playing with really no money essentially, because he really didn't have any money,
Straight up.
but he was playing with no money. So when he got to the first London bank, he said that he was managing the billions of dollars for the Bahraini royal family. He established,
Iranian royal family. Yep.
which that wasn't true. They gave him money. He took that money, and I think that's when he flipped it and went to like Korea or something like that. Or
Um,
what was next? It was
was
like,
no, 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 no. He did he did that. He So he got the bank right.
yep,
And then after the bank, he got the football club.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He wanted to buy a prestigious or a well-known professional
mm-hmm,
football club or soccer team.
yep.
So he did. How did he yeah, basically said, yeah, basically toted the Bahrainian carrot in front of the soccer club too.
I think he got somebody. So what it was? Let's see. King acted as a negotiator and
Yeah,
consultant for the purchase of the Knott's Country, or now Knott's County. Is it County Football Club?
yeah, Knox County. Yep.
Okay. A subsidiary. Okay. So yeah. Yep. Yep.
He got some. He got
Yeah.
someone to. He got someone from. Ba- Uh, he got a fake Bahrainian prince to come
Yeah.
impersonate the royal family,
Yeah.
and that really excited the Knox County club, and they got super excited over that. So
It did, like, but players weren't getting paid and
yeah, yeah.
stuff like
Eventually, they
that.
found out because they can't get paid. He didn't have no money.
Yeah. But he flipped that, because then he took that and did something with
Oh, and then he
the
started making the
Korean.
bucks. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He cozied up to Kim Jong Un, and
Yep.
he because Korea, they were qualified for the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
And so Russell King was on the FIFA Federation, I think, or something, the board
Yeah.
for FIFA,
Was
and
he
they
on it, or
wanted.
did he have? I think he had somebody that he
Oh,
was
he might
connected.
have somebody in it,
Yeah. I think
but
he was connected with
yeah,
somebody.
okay. But either way, Korea wanted that connect, and they wanted an easy path.
Yeah.
So they wanted the easy group, and they wanted him to help with the soccer club.
Yeah.
So what did he do? He went in and he made some crazy old deal and got North Korea to sign over rights to mine gold, coal, and iron ore.
Yeah. I forgot
And
about
that's what really ran up the bag.
There it is. Yep. I see it right here now. The purpose of the visit was nominally to persuade the government to hand over gold mining rights in exchange for billions of US dollars allegedly from Iranian investors. That's crazy.
Yep, yep. And then he put all that money into his investment firm. So technically, his firm got up to what was worth the trillion.
I think, yeah, his firm was
After
worth
all that,
$1 trillion. Yeah.
after all those. mining all those assets.
Yeah. Well, heck, I'd imagine so. Dog, he went by the nickname L Voldemort.
Yeah, for the
No,
football club.
nobody called him on that. Like,
Yeah. Character Lord Voldemort. Like that's not who you want to be working for.
no, at all. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is like, because in my mind, all right, we know money's a real thing, right? But then there's also this side of me, like sometimes I'll be feeling like money's not real, right? Like we give money
Ooh.
value, like it's real, like we
Yeah,
really
yeah.
really need to use it. But I mean, like the idea of it is not real, because it's like this guy, without any type of proof of anything. This is modern. Like this is not like the 1800s or nothing like that. Like this is just what 2000, and I mean, he got, yeah, that the football club was in 2009.
2009. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So that was pretty
he just
recent.
yeah, he was released in 2021. Like he's
Yeah,
out.
after COVID. Yeah,
Yeah.
after the pandemic.
So it was
Mhm.
like this is a recent thing. So like the idea, like what I'm saying is like the idea of money is like almost doesn't even feel real, because he was able to do this in a modern era where it's like he can just tell people like, hey, I've got this type of backing, this, that, water, yada yada yada. And he parlayed this idea of having money into buying an actual soccer team, well, football, but soccer team,
Facts.
into buying mining rights, gold mining rights, into a whole nother country that he is not a part of.
Hmm.
Like,
So yeah, I mean, what did you first say? You said the idea of money is not
yeah,
real.
the idea. I
Okay.
think I'm saying that right. The idea of money,
I,
like money is an actual
I
tangible thing, but
yes, I was gonna flip it up, but I already forgot how I was gonna say it. I was shit. I was gonna say the perception of money is
yeah,
real.
yeah,
That I would say that's more tangible than having the actual cash on hand, but just being able to talk the talk,
yeah,
um, being able to say you have those connections, being able to give that perception of, oh, I'm worth this much or
yeah,
whatever. However, he did it in a more business minded way. So he was savvy with his words, like he could talk the talk, had the connections or whatever. So I would say the perception of money is real, because to put it to liken it to something else, I would be like, how rappers, how they have the jewelry, the chains, the cars, everything like that, that may all be rented or whatnot, but they have it on hand. So the perception of them having money is real. But those are tangible things. So
yeah,
his tangible items were saying, okay, I have these connections. I know these people have this. I'm in control of this much
yeah.
money without even actually having to show it. So that's really crazy.
It,
That's really crazy. That's super powerful.
I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it for the simple fact, because like it's in a time period like now, but like to to buy a house, to, hey, I mean, get a car. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all this paperwork. You know what I'm saying, dog? If I go
Yeah.
buy a little, used car off the
Proof.
lot, I gotta have proof that I got something. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be like, all right, here's his car. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, take it off the lot. So it's like the idea that a bank, on top of that, trusted him with so much money because he said he was connected with,
Said, yeah.
you know,
Word of mouth.
yeah. And it's like you could have, I feel like it was very easy because of the people that are usually in those positions. I like for the what was it, like the head of that particular bank was like part of like security for the country or something like that. I feel like, wasn't he?
Was that true?
I think
I can't
so. It was
recall.
like
I can't
he
recall.
used to be or something. It was like he had
Yeah.
something to do. Like it was, that's what made it so weird, because it was like, dog, you could have looked him up.
Yeah.
You could have stopped all this.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking. I was like, you could easily looked
Yeah.
a little into his background or something.
Yeah, and it was just like, cause I mean, if they're gonna search, they check our credit scores and all this other stuff to buy, simple things. Like, dog, he was buying whole teams worth millions of dollars,
Whole
and then
teams.
like, huh?
Whole teams. But I guess we're missing out on a big part. Since he was involved with that bank, he was also able to lie that he's
Oh,
like, okay, what did he wrote a promise of purchase or something like that
oh
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
bank.
because
Like
he
he
had
wrote
the
an official document from the bank that allowed him to also get the team.
yeah,
Um,
that's right, that's right.
but
So
yeah, that
so basically, he was just turning these connections, like those connections, and then those are real now. Even
yeah
if he doesn't have access to the funds, he does have the actual
does
connection.
have the yep,
Okay,
and
yeah,
he's toting those connections,
that's
falsifying documents.
that's dangerous, dog.
Yeah,
That's dangerous if it's that easy. I know it's not easy, but it sound easy. Like I
it's
wouldn't try it,
yeah
but it sound easy for him.
yeah some
Mhm.
social engineering for sure.
Yeah, because that was, I mean, that was over a span of how long? Like that didn't even seem like a long time span. Like that was okay. So the bank scam was, so his business partner died in '08. He did the bank in '09. Um, yep, and then he did the football club in '09. And then he went to, oh man, yeah, all that was in the same year, bro.
Hmm.
Like the whole
Oh,
Korea thing and everything.
yeah. It looks like he even tried to purchase a Formula One team
Yeah, all that's oh, we
in
did right
2009.
here. Yeah, all that was in the same year. So in 1 year, he he accomplished a lot. Like like just that section alone, just 2009, he accomplished a lot, and he
yeah,
did that quick. That's
and
that's scary. That's scary.
in the fact that he was pretty much smart about it. Like,
Yeah, yeah. And it was like he only got like more and more, like as the story went on, he got more and more like risky or like adventurous. You know what I'm saying? Like starting out like with that 2008 part where he was where he just took the, basically embezzled the money from his financial group and then ran off.
mhm,
Oh, yeah, that's risky. We've seen that before though.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
happened quite a bit
and
throughout
people
history.
get away with it.
Yeah, and before that, the little car, the not little, but the car scam, we've seen and heard about those things. People do stuff like that. But
Exactly.
the whole, like, once he got to the bank part, that's the part that always that's the part that tripped me out, because I feel like there's so much, especially when you're talking about banks dealing like that bank,
So much
that
red
bank,
tape.
yeah. They said they had assets of, was it 2 trillion? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep, which claim assets
Which
of two
claimed as $2
trillion.
trillion, besides the rights to all the gold, iron ore, and coal in North Korea. Okay, and that's from the Swiss commodity holding. Okay. Yeah. So I, I try to figure out, like, at what point. All right. So even if he were able, so if he was, I guess technically, the idea he had access to that, and I guess I don't know what his end goal was, because I never really understood that.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess my ultimate question is to try to swindle some, not try to swindle people or to scam people, and you get up to, billions, or you get up to trillions of dollars, and you become a trillionaire. What do you even do? Like, what's the end goal, like, as a trillionaire? Like, that's part of the reason why I was intrigued by his story, because I'm like, all right, so if you even if you do get all this stuff to work out, and you come up with this money, what do you do now? Because something
yeah, yeah.
happened. Either you're going to get caught,
Hmm.
spoiler alert, or you have trillions of dollars that now it's like, you know,
Sitting there. Trillions of dollars, and I guess what to show for it.
that's because I feel like just just hearing the story, just hearing, I feel like there was no end goal.
Yeah, it don't seem like there was. It seemed like just to run up the get more as much money as
Yeah,
possible.
it almost felt like a thrill though, because because if it was just about money, he could have stopped a long time ago and just cashed out. You know what I'm saying? Like once he acquired the football team, he could have sold that for cash and then been gone. You know what I'm
True.
saying? You know, if he had, here we are, we're plotting out criminal things, but like if he's getting the money from this bank, right? Or if he's able to use this money from this bank, he could in some way, I'm pretty sure he could have talked them into like, all right, we can use this money, push this over to this football team that we're investing. We're going to invest this money into this football team, see how they can pay the players, make it look legit, and then that team can actually start making money. You know, that organization start actually making money. They make money, put it back in, and then he can clean all this stuff up,
Yeah, yeah,
and then he looks legit, and like none of it looks like a lie. Over time, of course, it won't be like that same year, but then
yeah.
like you cash out eventually, and then he's all good. Because once you get into a professional sports team, like what else?
Yeah, yeah. Or have the mining rights to freaking
Yeah,
gold,
yeah. If
iron
you want to
ore.
go that
It's
far,
crazy.
like
Like
cash out.
at that point you have something. Is it maybe it's not truly his to have, but yeah, I would try to be with something tangible. That's
Yeah,
what the time to try to cash out would be for
yeah.
sure.
Because I feel like that's like you've won. Like if you got mining
Yeah.
rights in a whole country,
But it seems like it's kind of like at first it was a little bit Ponzi schemish because he had previous investments and he was like he was using those investments to fund new stuff and then that or trying to build up his worth from all his investments under him and then but at the top it was really just a shell.
Okay. So when we were talking about this story, I got this story uh mixed with another story I heard too, but this one was like from a long time ago. And
What's that?
I only bring this up because they both did similar things, but I forgot the guy's name. But it was a long time ago. This guy was like, long story short, he had prominence in his name. He like married into money or whatever. But then like his wife died, and so he didn't get the inheritance and all that stuff because
Mhm.
she had to be living for him to be getting the money. Anyways, long story short, he parlayed that all the way into being able to own a part of a country or like a lot of this land in this country where it was like I think he bought it for I think he actually bought it, but it was like there was nothing there. And then he went to a whole nother country and said he was like the king or something like that of this area, and he was selling the land to these people, and these people were
uh,
buying into it. And so like all these rich people from the country, and some rich people and some people that didn't have money, they got on the ship and went to this land that he had sold them and said, oh yeah, you could start this. I want people to buy it so we could start this civilization over there and make it look nice.
mhm.
And there was nothing there. It was nothing but like trees, and like it was stuff that you
Yeah,
couldn't
you can't build. Yeah.
yeah. So like there was like these ships that came by and saw that like there was people there, but all of them were like dead and stuff. Yeah.
What?
Like, but he got away with it though. He didn't nothing happened to him because he went to a country. There was a country that he was actually living in that he was like respected in, and he
Yeah,
lived there. And I don't know. I guess he died there later on at old age, but he never got in trouble for it. But that's what it reminded me of because he actually had like this fake country that I don't know why I'm using air quotes. It was a fake country, and he sold it. And yeah, so
that's
like
crazy.
that's what it reminded me. So like these stories were similar to me because it was like people who have found ways like to impersonate having this type of money, and it's like it shows you like that's what I'm saying. Like this idea of money is like it's not as I don't know. It's real, but I'm trying to find a way that makes sense. It's like it's just an idea.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It
Like you
is.
said, if the perception is that you've got a lot of money or you got the connections, people will buy into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because this guy Russell King like sold people on the idea of him having money.
Straight up, that's all it was the
He never
idea.
had it. It's like, dog,
Yeah,
he walked. It almost sounds like he is obviously wasn't like this, but he walked around. He could walk around on his account on zero, and all these billionaires are putting money in his pocket. Like, yeah,
pretty much, pretty much. Yeah, and then like we talking like he started with. Well, it seems like he started this type of story. You know, you would start being rich and get into all that type of stuff, but he was just smart and moved up quick at his first company, and then flipped the script on him.
yeah. It's kind of it's it's crazy because like I feel like most of. So, did you ever hear the story about like how I'm sorry, I get sidetracked sometimes, but this is it relates, I promise. You ever heard a story
Okay.
about like was it I think Dave Chappelle told the story about like the Native Americans selling the land uh to like the settlers and stuff like that.
I'm not sure. I
So
don't
I think
recall.
I have to find a video, but he said basically uh there was like just some difference in communication or culture, right? The
Mm,
Native Americans. So whatever the settlers bought it for, let's say it was like $10 total, right? In money. It's like, hey,
yeah.
we'll buy all this territory for $10, and you sign this contract. So they said yes, and they took it. But because in their mind, nobody can buy land. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's why they sold it for so low. Because I guess that was a story. Yeah, there it is. 80 on here talking about it. He said they thought that there was a good deal because no one can own the earth. That's what it was.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Dave Chappelle was telling the story. He said that they in their culture, nobody can own lands. He was like, yeah, we can sell you the sky too if you want it. You know what I'm saying? But to the settlers, if I give you money for this land, it's mine now. You got to get off of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's basically why they sold it for so low, because it didn't make sense to them. It's like, all right, whatever, we'll take your money, but
Yeah. But
we still gonna be here. And the settlers
exactly.
like, no, no, no. So that's what I'm saying. It's like to them that money means zero. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
what are
Yeah.
you doing with this? And so like that's what I'm saying. Like this, I don't know. It's a weird concept. It's a weird concept to me. Like when I hear stories like that, it becomes weird. Practically, it makes sense because I have to pay my bills.
Yeah. Yeah. It may.
but
Yeah.
but when I hear stories like this, it's like, how does somebody trick you? Really, yeah, how they scam you out of like that type of money? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How do they, well, obviously, but yeah, how did it seems like people are more willing to follow someone that where they have the idea of, oh, this person has money and they can help me out,
Hmm.
way more willing to follow blindly rather than see how it really would be, affecting them. See
Yeah,
how they really can help them out. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Question, real quick, because we got
Power.
we got short time. We got short time. You're a trillionaire. What are three things that you're doing?
Trillionaire. Damn. Trillionaire.
It's essentially that's money
I
that you'll never spend all of. So three things you.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm a trillionaire, I'm gonna find somewhere where I can build essentially a zona rosa, if you will, a little mini ecosystem,
Mhm.
like a mini city, have everything that I want in there. Um, be able to invite folks and all that. Figure out probably some good to do. $1 trillion, you can do a lot of good with that. So figure out something there. Um, rather be like humanitarian or something like that.
Mhm.
And then, damn, the ecosystem, the little city, that covers a lot. I guess I'd rather travel to space instead of
You
going
really
in a
trying to travel to
submarine.
space?
I mean, let it be years down the line. Yeah, I might do that.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I might do that. That'd be interesting. What
That
about you? What would you
terrifying. That's
yeah, it does sound terrifying, but like I said, let it be almost foolproof.
yeah, yeah. I mean, with $1 trillion,
Yeah.
you would hope that you'd be able to get something the best of the best, so you'd be straight. For me, I'm definitely buying sports teams because I actually like
Mhm.
that idea that he did, but it was for a whole another reason. But
Okay.
I would actually want to buy sports teams because I just like going to sport events. So it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm trying to buy baseball, soccer, football, basketball, whatever I can get my hands on. So I'm getting into the games, going to the press box or whatever, the little suite and sitting up there
Got you. Yep,
watching
yep.
stuff like that. Yeah, all that. That I like the city idea. That's similar for me, except I want it like as an island.
Island.
I
Okay,
want to
okay.
build an island and have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that'd
a
be dope.
small community, but it'd be like a small community of family. Friends.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, kind of what I was thinking.
It wouldn't be like a
Free for all.
yeah, it wouldn't be a free for
Pay to join.
yeah, nah,
Pay to
none of
join server.
that. Right. And then my last thing, I want to actually own a resort. Because resorts
Okay.
are dope, like one of them all inclusive resorts or something like that.
Hmm, hmm,
I want to
hmm.
own like one of them because that seems like that'd be dope.
Okay,
Which
okay.
I mean, if I'm a trillionaire, a chain of them, but I would
Yeah, yeah.
like own a resort.
That would be legit, like all over the world
Yeah,
type
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Kind of like how
Yes.
what's the
Oh,
like secrets and all that stuff, like how they got their
yeah,
whole which they're
yeah.
probably under a bigger parent company. I think they're under are they under Sandals or something like that? But whatever.
Sandals.
One of them is the parent company. The other one is just like it's like the chain. But
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying.
which I can't remember.
Um, yeah. No, I definitely, yeah, I definitely be down on a resort. That'd be so I didn't never thought of that. That'd be something.
Yeah, those are the things I'll be thinking about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like instead of having a house in every type of location, just have a on a resort,
yeah. And then
all
wherever you go, you
inclusive.
just stay
Yeah.
there.
Easy.
Because some of us be nice, man. Some of us be
Yeah, straight up.
like, man, if I could live here for cool little couple weeks or so at a time, and because I wouldn't want
Hmm.
to stay there too long. Yeah, get
Yeah.
homesick. It's only so much you can do on a resort.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
but you can overstay it. But all right, that's our episode for today. Sorry, it's a shorter one. That was my bad. I got it started late because I had you know take care of some stuff. But we'll be back next week. So y'all keep tuning in for us. Like, share, and subscribe. Is that what it's
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
like, share.
Yeah. And
All right.
before that, yeah, let us know in the comments what did you do with $1 trillion, or how would you how would you spend that amount of money, or what would you like to do with it?
For sure. All
Yeah,
right, y'all.
so
We out.
all
Peace.
right.